Hey ya! Today we're going to be doing LazyAdmin. It's a directories CTF. It's a walkthrough we're going to do. So we'll start the machine, wait for an IP, and we can see we've got our VPN already connected. It's 10.8.98.254. So while we're waiting for that to connect, we can just check we've got a connection on our VPN. Yep, we get a response, 64 bytes. So we're good there. So we're good to go. So just wait for getting an IP. We've got to find a user flag and a root flag. And it's an easy Linux machine to practice your skills. So we're going to start with the mmap scan for open ports. So we've got our IP 10.10.237.184. So we'll just copy that. And we'll do nmap. Put the IP in there. And we'll see what we get open. What ports get open? 237.184. It also says it might take 2 or 3 minutes to machine to boot, so we'll just wait a few more minutes because it's not getting a connection there. Let's try again. So it's working this time. Okay, so we'll wait for that to finish. And we're doing -A, which is a checks for scripts, versions of what ports are open, and an operating system. -T4 makes the scan run fast. We're checking for all ports. Minimum rate 5000, so also makes it run faster. Just wait and see how many ports we've got open. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. Okay, so there's our mmap scan finished, and we see we've got port 22 open, SSH, and it's version 8 OpenSSH 7.2 P2 Ubuntu, and we've got port 80 open, HTTP Apache HTTPD 2.418. Got default page, it works, and looks like we're running a Linux machine. Okay, so there we've got our scan results, so we can check out port 80. So we'll just copy our IP again, put it in here, and we can see we've got a default Apache page, default page. So we're going to run a GoBuster scan to check for any hidden directories. So we'll just put our own IP address in here, the target IP, and we'll run that. And we've got 50 threads. We're searching for HTML, PHP, and text files. And we can see straight away we've got content. So we'll have a look at that directory. And we can see we've got a welcome to Sweet Rice. Thank you for the install on Sweet Rice management system. So it's using the CMS Sweet Rice. We don't know what version number it is. So next step would be to we'll just stop that scan. We'll clear the screen. We'll do Go Buster again, but this time we'll run it with the content directory we just found. So we'll put content in here. Run that. See what we can find. While we're waiting for that, we can have a look at the source page, see if there's anything in there that we can use. That looks pretty standard. We've got a JS page there, we can click on that. You can see we've got JavaScript function. Doesn't look like there's anything we can use there to exploit the machine. So we'll come back to that. So let's have a look at that file we just downloaded. So we'll open a new tab, let that run, and we'll just do ls. No, it's not in that, it's in downloads, so we'll go down, cd downloads to change directories. And we can see we've got MySQL backup SQL. .SQL, so we'll do we'll clear the screen and we'll do cat, we'll do tab to autofill it, and we can see we've got a whole lot of information here. And we're looking for some kind of password we can use or username. So why don't we just we'll clear the screen again. This time we'll run that. We'll do a grep for password and see what we can find. Oh, there we go. So we can see we've got a 42F number here up to B, and we've got admin manager, so it looks like we've found some credentials there. So manager and this number here. So let's copy that number. Copy that, and we'll say, remember it's manager. So we'll go back here and we'll put manager in here because that's the username. We've got to find the password. So if we do hash identifier, we'll paste our hash in there, and it tells us we've probably got a MD5 hash. So let's try and crack the hash. So we'll do Control C to get out of that, and we'll use John. First of all, we'll save it to a file, so we'll do nano hash dot text, and we'll paste it in there. We'll do Control X, save. Right, now we use John. We'll do dash format equals raw dash MD5, and we're going to use that word list. We're going to use the Rocky word list, which is in USR share word list rocky.txt, and then we'll do hash .text where a hash is saved. We'll run that, and straight away we found password 123. That was quick. Okay, so we'll clear the screen again. Have a look back here, see if there's this has found anything else. Doesn't look like it's finding anything else. So we'll just stop that scan, clear that screen, and we've found our password is password 123. So we'll put this in here. Password 123, and hopefully we'll go to login, and we can log in. Alright, so now if we have a look at, we can have a look at can use search exploit to search exploit, and we'll just check out this for any vulnerability. Sweet rice, and we can see we've got PHP code on 1.51. So we can't see the whole thing there, so we'll run that again, but we'll make it full screen. Yeah, PHP code execution, and it's in PHP web apps. So if we cut that, have a look. Copy that, and we'll go back here. We'll clear the screen again, and we'll cut much file or directory. PHP web apps. It's not in there. If we do find dash type f dash name and it's 40700 .html. We'll do 2 dev null. Hopefully we'll be able to find the file. I'm searching through the system now for that file. Just wait, give that a minute. Search. Maybe we can do locate, might be quicker. We'll try locate. Oh, there we go. So it's in that directory. USR share exploit DB exploits. So let's have a look at that. We'll cat that out. Use cat to read it. So Control V on that one. Okay, so we can see in SweetRice CMS panel, adding add section SweetRice letter admin to PHP codes in the ads file. CSRF for vulnerabilities adding add section. Alright. So it's found the same thing there. There we go, so it did find it, just took longer, it's quicker with locate. Okay, so let's say if we go to ads here, and if we say shell, call it shell, and we're going to put our PHP code in here. So we'll go to pentest monkey, which is where all the reverse shells are, and we want to have a look at a PHP web shell, reverse shell. Right, so we'll click on this, PHP reverse shell, and we'll just download this. Okay, so that's been downloaded to my machine. So now we'll go to our downloads folder, which should be in there. PHP shell reverse. Okay, so the quickest way to extract it is just go straight into here, and we'll go to downloads. And where is it? There. We'll click on this, and we'll say extract. Extracted. Alright, so it should be a folder with PHP reverse shell, and there it is. So we'll just we're just going to copy this, but we'll open it. We've got all this here, you can move, don't worry about all that, but you can put in here your own IP address, which is your VPN IP for Acme. So mine's 10.8.98.254, and we'll change the port to 4242. Doesn't matter what port you put there. So we've got 10.8.98.254, which is this IP here, and we're using 4242. So we'll save that, and we'll copy, select all, and we'll copy it, and now we can close that, go back here, and we're going to paste our reverse shell in there. So now we've got our reverse shell in here, and it's got our IP 10.8.98. Okay. So now all we're going to do is we'll go to start a netcat listener on 4242 to catch our connection, and we'll say done on that one. So that's saved onto the machine. So now if we just go to Content Inc. and we go to ads, our reverse shell should be in there hopefully, and we see we've got shell.php in there, and we've got our listener ready to go. So just click on that shell.php, and you can see it's stalling, which is a good sign. It's not doing anything, and we see we've got a connection to a machine. So we say who am I, www.data. Okay, and so now to make it a more stable shell, we'll do Python. Actually, see which Python it is first. So we'll do which Python, and it's USR bin Python, so it's running Python. So we do Python -c. We'll import pty and pty spawn, and we'll import a bin bash shell, spawn one. That looks right, bin bash, and now we've got a more stable shell. We've got data at thm challenge. Okay. If you want to try and clear the screen, it says you need a term environment variable not set. So we export a term environment. We'll do export term equals xterm. So now we should be able to clear the screen. And there you go. So let's have a look where we are. So we do print working directory. We're in the root directory, so if we do ls, you can see all that. We've got the root folder there, we've got home. So if we do try and go into root, I don't think it'll work, but we can try it. Permission denied. Okay, so we'll do cd home, do ls. We've got a user IT guy. We'll do cd IT guy, and we've got user.text. So we'll cat user.text, and there's our first flag, the user flag. We'll copy that, and we'll paste it back in here. Correct. Okay, what is the root flag? So now we've got to do some previous escalation. So we can close that. Alright, so we'll clear the screen again. So we can see we've also got backup.pl in here. And we've got MySQL login.txt. We'll have a look at this backup.pl. So we'll do a sudo -l, see what we can run as sudo, and we can see we've got no password, USR bin perl home IT guy backup.pl. So let's have a look at backup.pl and see what that is. So we'll do cat backup.pl. and we can see we've got a script here which is a Perl script, and it's running a bash file copy.sh. Alright, so let's have a look and see what this copy.sh is. So we'll do cat lct copy.sh, and look, we can see I've already got a reverse shell in there. So they're making it easy for you. We've got 192.168.0.190. So if we run that now, it's not going to do anything because that's not our IP address. We've got to change to our IP address in this script. Alright, so we'll clear the screen. And we'll do a nano ECT copy.sh. Unable to create directory, permission denied, so we can't use nano. No, that's not going to work, so we'll go back out of that. Alright, so we'll cat this again. Copy.sh. So the only way you're going to be able to do it is by using echo. So we'll do echo what it might be best to do is just copy this here and we'll edit it. Copy that and clear the screen here. We'll paste it in there. Now we'll just put our own IP in here. So we'll put 10.8.98.254, and it's using port 445554. And now we'll copy this again, and we'll go back to our connection, and we'll paste that in there, and we'll put it in quotes, and we're going to copy it to tct copy.sh. So we're copying our reverse shell, which it's got our IP now, to this file. So now if we do cat dot slash copy.sh, we can see we've got our reverse shell in there. And it's 5554. So now we'll just start another listener. Clear the screen. Do netcat lvnp, and this time it's 5554. We're listening on that port now. And it's just a matter of, so if we do sudo l again, we can see we've got USR bin Perl home IT guy. So if we run that as sudo now, we should get a connection. And we hit enter. And we'll have a look here to who am I. Oh, what's happened? Something's gone funny with it. Try again. Looks like we've lost our connection for some reason. Alright. Well, we have to go back and put this in again. We'll run our shell again. Got our connection again. Well, I've got this Python thing saved in a file here somewhere. Where was it? Here. It's a good idea to save all these commands. Save your typing every time. So we'll copy that. Paste that in there. Right, so now we'll do sudo -l, and we'll do sudo. We'll run this again, hopefully it'll work this time. Something's going funny with it. It's getting both on the screen. I'll just pause the video for a minute and work out what's going on. Alright, I think I've worked it out where I've gone wrong. If we do cat ect /copy.sh, we can see we've got our reverse shell here, but we need it to go to temp f at the end here. So now if we'll do echo, and I've already copied it into here. So we've got a reverse shell here, but this time it's copying to temp f. So we'll copy that, and we'll paste it in here. And this time we'll copy that to our ect copy.sh. Okay. Well, that's why you got to put quotes in. It didn't work. There's no quotes there. Didn't like that. Doesn't let you exit. Let's try again. Clear that. Start our listener again. Start our reverse shell again. Put our Python in bash in again. Back where we were. So this time we do echo. And we'll copy this again. This time we'll do quote there. Now we'll copy that to ect copy.sh file. Okay, that's better. So now if we do cat copy.sh, and we can see this time we got our reverse shell with our IP, VPN, and it's 554, and it's copying to temp F. Okay. So now we'll start our listener on 5554, and hopefully it'll work this time. So we'll do sudo -l, and this time we run this as sudo /run this script with the backup PL. Copy that, paste it in here, and have a look here. We'll do who am I and we can see we're root. Okay, so it's got to find the root flag now, so we'll just do cd root. We'll do an ls on that one, and we've got root.txt, cat root.txt, and there's our root flag. We'll copy that one over to here, and submit. And you can see the room's finished. Congratulations. And that was it. Good room, does a lot of enumeration of different things. Get you thinking about reverse shells. If you like this video, subscribe, and I'll see you a lot more. Have a good day.